This video is brought to you by Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876 309 6128. That's 876 309 6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876 586 0471. That's 876 586 0471. This video is brought to you by Starboys Juices. Infusing fruits with sea moss in Philadelphia and New Jersey. Refreshing and nutritious. Call Starboys at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454. Hey guys, thank you so much for taking your time out to watch this video in particular. But let me give you an update on a channel called Sport City. Yes, Sport City. It is a channel dedicated to everything related to Jamaican sports. Football, cricket, athletics, netball, rugby league, rugby union, tennis, lacrosse, swimming, you name it, we got it on Sport City. And what is the channel designed to do? It is designed to highlight Jamaican talents across all of those sporting disciplines. If you're a Jamaican and you're playing that sport, then we got you covered on Sport City. So it's quite simple, guys. Hit the subscribe button to Sport City right now.
Hi, my name is Lee Williamson. Subscribe to Reggae Boys Commentary.
Hi, my name is Joby McAnuff. Subscribe to Reggae Boys Commentary.
Good evening, everybody. How is everybody doing? I hope you all are doing well. How is your Sunday? My name is Simon Preston, and welcome to Reggae Boys Commentary. This is the platform where we come together to discuss Jamaican football. I hope you all are doing well, and for those individuals that are wondering, thinking, pondering about the future, I encourage you all to be patient. I encourage you all to take a deep breath and trust that everything will fall into place in due time. All right? I share that message with all of you watching this video today. So let that stick with you all, and let that be something that you can meditate upon. All right, so hopefully that you guys are able to understand and comprehend what that means. Looking forward to seeing what you guys have to say in the comments and engaging with you all, but I want you guys to be aware that be patient, hope for the best, and everything will fall into place. Be positive. All right? So that is what I wish for each and every single one of you all. You guys know that I love talking about Jamaican football. You know, this is my passion. Commentary, analysis. This is my passion. This is what I love to do. I love to prepare information and give the respective individuals. I love to do tactical breakdown, statistical analysis. That is my passion. That is what I love. So I know that if I keep doing and being consistent, then things will fall into place as well. I'm going to need your all support. I'm going to need your support, your moral support, your encouragement, your well wishes. Because as you know, every day is not the same. Every day, sometimes you have hurdles to overcome, sometimes there are obstacles, and sometimes you just need reminders. And those reminders are what help to keep you going. So I want you all to bear that in mind. I am a patriot. I want the absolute best for my country, and I know you all as well. And you all know my tone, my mood, my feelings surrounding Jamaican football, and that it's all positive. Everybody needs to be singing from the same hymn sheet. Everybody. That's how it should be. So I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing and trust that everything will come in due time. I see many of you in the comments. Me who says, hello. Hello there. How are you doing? Timor Peterkin says, up. How are you? Nitro says, how you sound like you're going away? Going away? I'm in Jamaica. What do you mean going away? And as Shane Roding says, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Nothing new with Shaw. Nothing new there. Nothing new at all. No, Nitro, you love. As I said, I'm ready. I'm ready to help my country. So I trust that everything will fall into place in time. Yeah. So we're in April now. The month of April. April 2nd. And just about a week ago today, low like the voice, my audio, is that what you're saying? So just about a week ago, we took on Mexico at the Azteca Stadium. And you know how that panned out in terms of the results. It was fantastic for me. You all know that, yes, we wanted the win, but we got the draw. Where we are though, that we know how that panned out, right? Right. So with that being said now, let's focus on the next element of things. Let's talk about the feedback. Absolutely, and I'm getting to that. And I want to speak specifically about the words and the things that have been said, especially online. Everything just kept rolling in. Good performance from the boys, could have won, but we move. Bobby Reid has never scored a regular goal for Jamaica. Wow. Halgrimson ball up. Something in the new Reggae Boys jersey. Never mind the coach. Grimmy needs to be prime minister. Everything surrounding the result against Mexico has been positive. Everything. And that is an absolute joy to see. Process it for a moment. We got a point at the Azteca Stadium, one of the fiercest places on the planet to get a result, and that was accomplished, right? Jamaica scored 2 goals at the Azteca for the first time ever. Bobby Reid scored one of the best goals he'll ever score in his entire life, right? Jamaica extended their unbeaten run to 10 games in the CONCACAF Nations League. What else happened? What else happened? Well, the feedback, the accolades started rolling in. The positivity on the rise again. Just like the song Rise Up, hopes are rising higher, higher. There's magic everywhere. The expectation of the nation is like music to the ear. We're singing a brand new song, marching to a brand new beat, down the hillside, through the valleys, singing every street, filling every street. You've got to rise up. That's the sort of mood. That's the sort of euphoric vibe that's building. Coach Hallgrimsson is more than just a football coach, more than just a manager. Coach Hallgrimsson is Mr. Jamaica. Why do I say that? I've mentioned previously in relation to what he has been able to accomplish since being on the island. And secondly, engaging with all stakeholders, making every single person feel part of the experience, part of the journey, making them feel important, that they have a role to play. And that is exactly how it is to be done. And that is how it is being done. We saw that with René Samois speaking with corporate. We saw when he was also knowing the names of everybody, not only staff members, not only support staff members, but persons on the street. Oh, John, how are you doing? Person, the regular vendor, persons where you pick up your grocery store, the cashier at the grocery store. All of these things are important, and all of these things add up. And you see exactly what is being shown online, right? You look and you watch different talk shows, different pundits, especially in the United States, and they talk about 2026, with the United States, Mexico, Canada not taking part in the qualifiers. What that means, and everybody's saying, well, I should say some of the pundits are saying it's Costa Rica, Jamaica, and El Salvador. Some say it's Costa Rica, Jamaica, and Panama. And some are saying Costa Rica, Jamaica, and Honduras. Some are going by the logic that Jamaica finished 6th in the octagon, which basically indicates that had that been the format for World Cup qualifying, Jamaica would have been in Qatar. But we know it's not going to be an easy road. But what do I love is that every FIFA window, we will be occupied. Gone are the days of FIFA windows where we are inactive. Gone are those days. And I know many people will be quick to say, but Simon, does a match against the Cayman Islands count? Does a match against Aruba count? And my answer to that question is, yes, sir. Those matches do count. Because the CONCACAF Nations League that lies ahead is the source of qualification for the 2024 Copa America. And again, I'm going to reiterate that how Jamaica's ranking is in November 2023, which is 7 months from now, will clear the picture for us. Because in November 2023, wherever Jamaica is in the FIFA rankings, that will determine our seeding for the World Cup qualifiers. It could mean avoiding a Costa Rica or Panama, or it might mean being in the same group as one of them. It could. So that's why the Gold Cup and the Nations League that follows immediately after the Gold Cup is so critical. Absolutely critical. Haiti has moved up to 6th in the CONCACAF index. Jamaica, they're 7th now in the index. So there's work for us to improve to go from 7th to 6th. And I know it's going to take time. How do we change that? results, victories. And by virtue of that, you gain quality points. And by gaining those quality points, you're able to press forward. Star Boys, how are you doing, sir? Hope you're doing good, man. Big up yourself, man. Hope you're good. Thanks for tuning in, man. Right, sure, I'm not going to get into the political landscape. I'm speaking specifically about football here, and what I can say is that there's so many positives to take. And I think now is an appropriate moment to embrace the progress and plan ahead for what lies ahead. That's how I feel. It's needed. It's desperately needed. So that's something for us to bear in mind. We didn't leave the map at all. We didn't leave the map. We're still, to many people, that small, tiny island in the Caribbean. Yeah, Jamaica is not a large country. I'm aware of that. Fully aware of that. But we have assets, we have capabilities that make us some of the best human beings in the world at our craft. And that should never be ignored, nor undervalued, nor underappreciated. Great song. Should play it at every Reggae Boys and Reggae Girls game. At every Reggae Boys game? Absolutely. Fully agree there. Reggae Girls? Good idea. I'm interested to hear the World Cup song. I know Ding Dong wanted to do one with Tiffany Cameron, so we'll see how that pans out. Wesley Hall says, big up Simon. Hey Wesley, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Stop playing attacking midfield in defensive midfield positions. Big mistake. Andrew, remember that somewhere that you occupy on the pitch where a game is started is not necessarily the position of your job description. Absolutely. Will do. Talent for the future. Everton Edwards, how are you? Hope you're doing good. Ramsey, how are you? And Hubert says true. We need to strengthen the team, though. Need a strong 23-man squad for the Gold Cup. More players from the EPL. Nitro. The players will come. It's only a matter of time. For now, I want you to think about what we've seen, especially new faces, and how we can look ahead to the future. Now, I think all we can agree that Tyler Roberts' impact against Trinidad and Tobago was impressive. Like I said, he was constantly moving, so mobile, and his presence on the field pushed the Trinidadian defense deeper. And I feel perhaps with another 5 or 10 minutes, something could have happened. Does that mean that I want Tyler Roberts in the Gold Cup? That's a different question. But I don't think he's far from being in a 23-member Jamaica squad in regular FIFA windows. I think he's just on the periphery. But Tyler Roberts for the future? Absolutely. Absolutely. 150%. Brown, how are you, sir? You doing good? Lee Young, bless up Simon. Hey, Lee. How are you? Andrew, it really depends on how you utilize them. So, for example, a game against Saudi Arabia, we had Daniel Johnson deep and Ravel Morrison just ahead. I'm not saying that both cannot operate on the same field. It's how they are utilized. I'm grateful for the point. I'm grateful for another day and staying positive. Football Global says, bless up Simon. Hey, Football Global, how are you? In due time. In due time. The Truth and More says, new players expected. You can certainly anticipate that. I agree that winning the Gold Cup should be an aim. Absolutely. Winning a trophy. Because the last trophy was 2016, 7 years ago. United States, Mexico, Canada. Those are the only countries to have ever won the Gold Cup. The only countries. But, you know, you throw Jamaica's hat in the ring and everybody starts saying, Jamaica? Do you know the spin-offs that Canada had after winning the Gold Cup in 2000? FIFA Confederations Cup, playing Cameroon, playing Brazil, playing Japan, playing friendlies against top European teams. So imagine the same for Jamaica as well, winning the Gold Cup. And then all of a sudden, you have these outsiders that wants to either play against Jamaica in a friendly, or they're saying, listen, come to Dubai for 10 days. The players can enjoy some hot weather and use our fantastic facilities to train. These are just a few of the spin-offs that are likely to happen. Tu vas bien, Simon, et toi, comment ça va? Maintenant, ça va moyen maintenant. Ça va moyen maintenant. Je suis fatigué pour le passe 5 jours, 5 ou 6 jours. Et aussi, je suis fier d'être Jamaïcain. No Jamaican passport, Roshane Tomlinson. No Jamaican passport. King Don says, big up Simon. Big up King. How are you? Hope to see a Reggae Boys game feel like champs. I expect that for the next World Cup qualifying cycle, Andrew. Because as you know, remember during the 2022 World Cup qualifiers, COVID. So the game against Panama, no fans. Game against Canada, no fans. Game against the United States, 5,000 fans. No fans for the game against Mexico and Costa Rica. And then when Jamaica were mathematically out of contention for Qatar, fans were allowed for the games against Honduras and El Salvador. So 3 out of 7 home games. And it wasn't full capacity, as you know. So 2026, we go again. And we claim what is rightfully ours. Yeah, Tyler is so filled with energy. I'm pleasantly happy to see him make his debut for Jamaica, the senior team that is quite recently. And it's only just the start of other things that will come. So as it relates to the venues for the CONCACAF Gold Cup, that information will be revealed to us on April 14. That's right, April 14, we will know the information in relation to the Gold Cup. All right, guys? So that is something for you guys to bear in mind, okay? The Gold Cup in particular, so that you guys are fully aware of that information, all right? sake. You guys in the comments. In due time. Football club of the future looks promising, Simon. Yes, the future looks promising. Yes. Extremely. Which player next to get a passport? Kido. Mothersill. Johnson. Big up, Simon, says Mr. United. Hey, Mr. United, how are you? Hope you're doing good. Do let us know how you're doing. Looking forward to hearing from you. Karoy Anderson. So for people that are aware, Karoy Zidane Anderson is an 18-year-old midfielder who plies his trade with Charlton Athletic. He's a midfielder. He went out on loan not too long ago to Aldershot Town in the National League. But his loan spell at this point in time has expired. It'll be interesting to see if he'll be able to break in the Charlton team. But he's 18. He's a midfielder. He has a contract with Charlton Athletic until the summer of 2024. And I fully expect him to progress in English football. In relation to for country, Nitro, I think it's just a tad bit premature. He hasn't played a whole lot of minutes. So I'm eager to see him play a little bit more to garner his progress. The documents have not been submitted. Large up Simon's big head. I don't understand that statement at all. I'm lost. Aquí vamos otra vez. Here we go another time, which means here we go again. Sí. Entiendo español, francés, y muchas más. Based on the game against Mexico, I believe we can challenge for the Gold Cup. Absolutely. Absolutely. The minimum in terms of place should be the semifinals. The semifinals. I believe we can go all the way. But the semifinals is the bare minimum. So let that stay with us. All right. And hopefully that is something that stays with us. Roger Grant, you have a lot of Jamaicans in Costa Rica and Panama. Sí, en Costa Rica, a Limón, a Ciudad de Limón, y Panamá en la Ciudad de Panamá. Conozco. It's not the only reason. We need more What's the Deals. I've done What's the Deals recently. Have you watched it with Malik Mothersill? Have you watched it with Jojo? Do check out the video with Jojo Lombardo. That's the latest What is the Deal. So go and watch the video with Jojo Lombardo after you've watched this video. And just a reminder for those who are watching this video as well, please hit the like button and also subscribe to Reggae Boys Commentary as well. I am impressed with the fact that we can actually see the direction the team is going in terms of having consistent 23 to 26 players for continuous international breaks. And it's only going to get better. How do you know Spanish, Simon? You got Spanish ting, rude boy. I can tell, Danby, you're from London. So, I was born in Jamaica. I'm a third generation Jamaican, which means that my parents and grandparents were born here as well. My great-grandparents on both sides were born in other countries. My father's side, England, and my mother's side, India. So remember, I told you that my dad's side is from England, yeah? That's my dad's side. My dad's mom's side is Spain. So, and learned a little bit there. But in high school, the high school that I went to, French and Spanish were compulsory up until sixth form. In university, alongside my degree in sports analysis and broadcasting, I also did French as well. I have my degree, just like I do when it comes to scouting analysis. I have my credentials, and I also have my accolades as well. I'm the youngest man to receive the Prime Minister's Youth Award as well in my category. I've traveled to 32 countries. I can speak French, Spanish, English, a little bit of Arabic, and Portuguese. I'm working on Dutch because Dutch is also spoken in the Caribbean as well. And when you bear in mind Curacao, Suriname, Aruba, Bonaire, Saba, St. Eustatius, it's only prudent that I add that to my portfolio as well. So, as I've said before, I'm ready to help my country. Ready. And I'll never let any one of you guys down. So the wingers, we have quite a few in Bailey. Nobody said that wingers were issued. Nobody. Yes, you did, Rashawn Tomlinson. Okay, good. Was learning French and Spanish hard? No, learning French and Spanish was not hard for me. In fact, they were my best subjects. The hardest subject that I had was biology. Yeah, biology and chemistry were the two hardest ones I had in school. First form to fifth form, I had a challenge with English, but in sixth form, I had a fantastic teacher, and English literature turned into one of my highest grades in classes. And I think it's because of, when you're reading 5-6 books for a semester, and when you have a teacher that paints the picture of the scene of the book, it makes a massive difference than a teacher just handing you a book and say, read this. Because you have to know what to prepare your mind towards. And I love that qualitative approach that was taken. So French and Spanish, no, not hard. And I can tell you that once you have a dream in a foreign language, then you've mastered it. So I've had dreams in French and Spanish. I haven't had a dream in Arabic, and I haven't had a dream in Portuguese, but I know that time will come. Have I had a dream in Patois? I guess. English, sure, but I don't recall a dream in Arabic or Portuguese. All I remember in terms of Portuguese was having a dream one day. I just one word, muito obrigado, which means thank you very much in Portuguese. So, yeah. We'll see, Triple Doogie, we'll see. Man, make it seem like you're my runway. All right, guys, remember as well to hit the like button. Come on, guys, let's get over 100 likes. And after you hit the like button as well, what you can do is, simply put, you guys can use a super chat and super sticker feature to stay in touch. Brixton, Sammy. Now, remember me, brother. I told you months ago Arsenal was going to smoke United. Dan B. Man from Brixton. Man from London, dun. Brixton, home of Nyron Nosworthy. Brixton. I know Denmark, Peckham, Marlon King, Anton Ferdinand, Rio Ferdinand. Yeah. Si para la pelota para la Bailey para la persona, para el equipo de Jamaica y disparo gol. Gol de Jamaica. Gol. Disparo para Jamaica. Jamaica 1, México 0 ahora en la Liga de Nacionales de CONCACAF en la Estadio Azteca ahora. Damien Fort McGregor said, Bonjour, Simon. Bonjour, Damien, ça va? Quite enough. Spanish should be spoken as a second language in Jamaica because every country around Jamaica speaks Spanish. Plus, it's the most spoken language in the Americas. Yeah, to the north, you have Cuba. To the east, you have Domrep and Puerto Rico. To the west, it's Cayman Islands and Mexico. To the south, it's Panama. So, I agree, it should be. So, what do you think Jamaican football style of play should be? Fast, aggressive, and ruthless. I think a front three suits us best, but that's being extremely general of me. But the 3 words that I mentioned prior to that is exactly how I feel it should be. Simon, you're one of the best things Jamaican football has. Asset. Thank you very much, Alex. I appreciate your kind words. I really do, honestly. And I'm praying that everything falls into place in time and that, like I said, I'm ready to help my country. Hey, Sir Ian, how are you doing? Hope you're good. Jay Grant says, I think we should play 2 friendlies before the Gold Cup. Possibly. I would be okay with 1, and I'll explain why. If, for example, there's no friendly in the April window, we know that at the end of the club seasons, especially in England, that's the 3rd week or the last week in May, which means you have a solid 2 weeks before the Gold Cup starts. The Gold Cup is the 16th. So when you bear that in mind, 2 solid weeks, the English Premier League season finishes. You give the players 3 days, 4 days to get their affairs in order. Maybe it means a quick trip to Dubai, a quick trip to LA, and then you meet up for camp the next week. You have a solid 10 days together. In those solid 10 days, you have 1 friendly. And that is closer to the first game of your group stage of the Gold Cup. So that you could test a few things, see what you could tweak. But just like what I said about the women, I expect the same for the men as well, because when a Gold Cup starts, it's going to be game, travel, rehab, train, play. You're going to play a lot of games, and there's not a lot of time to prepare for those games. So the truth is, when you're in that environment, in a tournament environment, you don't have a lot of time to train. You basically are working on something extremely specific, whether it is finishing, whether it is, how we set up. So I want to use those 10 days and squeeze every juice out of the player so that they can grasp how we're going to win the Gold Cup. Sure you will. I love it. And I'll tell you why. Eventually, I would love to see a Jamaican 3rd tier as well. Why do I want to see a Jamaican 3rd tier, which is like a major league? I want us to have the structure like we do in England. Now, I know one size doesn't fit all, and I really get that, 100%. But, it gives structure, it gives organization, and it also gives opportunities for a team in Kingston to play a team in the West or even the East. And I know you might say, on travel costs and accommodation. Well, football is an industry. Football is an industry by itself. This is what football does. Opens opportunities, opens doors, creating avenues, traveling. So that's where it is. I travel so much. Some of it work related, some of it vacation. Large up Nyron and them and yeah man, Nyron a good youth, you know. He's a good youth enjoying his life now and thing. Don't think he wants to be a coach, but we'll see what the future brings. Hola Simón, buen español, saludos desde Lima, Perú. Gracias mi amigo, Lima, Perú. Ah, qué bueno. Sí, soy de Jamaica y estudio español en mi colegio a Jamaica y entonces en universidad. Boss the real deal, Simon. What's the deal with Joel Asabadir? As Alkaline says, everything in life just takes time. Remy 66 says, oh, true, Simon. Ball Global says, bless up Ian Campbell. Yep. With a Jamaican passport, you don't need a visa to go to Cuba and vice versa. So Cuba is a good option. They've always been a stubborn test as well. Not to the same degree as Panama, but Cuba have always proven to be a stubborn test. It takes time to break them down. We have done that before, going back to 2001, 2003, and we've done so other occasions as well. I'm for that. In Campbell, I see your comment in relation to the surface at the stadium. I flinch whenever track and field events are held at the National Stadium, to be quite frank with you, because I'm seeing the hammer throwing trials, I'm seeing the discus or the shot put, and it lands where Ravel Morrison would have kicked the ball or where Daniel Johnson would have struck the ball. You know, so I get those concerns, but you know, Major Desmond Morone has made the promise that the surface will be back to an immaculate surface soon, so hoping for the best. But yes, a South American opponent would be the ideal friendly before the Gold Cup. I would take Venezuela, I would take Colombia, I would take Ecuador. Bring them on. A lot of Spanish is spoken in the Cayman Islands, over 137 different nationalities here. Well, Global, you're from Cayman? You're Jamaican living in Cayman. Down the street, you could hear Spanish, French, Italian, Portuguese, Nepalese, Thai, Chinese, Tagalog, etc. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I know about West Bay. I know about Georgetown. I mean, in Grand Cayman, which is the biggest of the three islands, you could perhaps circle the entire island in 45 minutes, half an hour, perhaps. But yeah, West Bay is the place to be. I know exactly what you're referring to. Talks about the third tier. Simon, have you spoken to Tiffany? How is she feeling about the upcoming friendlies in the World Cup? Yes, I have. How is she feeling? Super excited, super confident. And as you know, that was reflected in her Instagram posts as well, stories. So she is looking forward to it, 150%. Thank you, know yourself. Thank you. Where does Cayman Islands find space to put so much people? I think there are 70,000 people across the three islands. Yeah, a lot of hotels. It hurts me to see champs matching our pitch every time. Why not have champs at the Montego Bay Sports Complex? I would rather Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, much better quality than Cuba. I agree. I believe it'd be even better if there was regulations, better pitches, and more teams. Okay. Okay. So you've been on the island for a while. Okay. Very nice. Very, very nice. Glad to hear that. 2005. Okay, you've been around some time. 2008 Jamaica played Cayman in Cayman, so perhaps you even went to that game as well. But yeah, you can tell me about life living there. Does it get, I don't want to say bored, but you see the same people every day, 70,000 people in the island. You know the person down the road. How does the Grand compare to Little Cayman and Cayman Brac? He's attached to Barnsley Football Club. Formerly, Jamal Campbell-Rice. Yeah, Jamal Campbell-Rice. You guys know Jamal Campbell-Rice very well, right? Barnsley. Around the block. Charlton Athletic, Rotherham. And he's 39 right now. That's Campbell-Rice. Bray United. League One. They're under 18s manager. So I'm really happy for him. Really excited, honestly. Proud of him. Honestly, I've never been to the Cayman Islands, but I'm an astute individual. I know my geography very well. I've never been to the Cayman Islands before in my entire life, but I know my geography. I know my geography very well. I'm an astute individual. I'm a smart individual. I'm hardworking. I'm talented. I'm diligent. That's me in a nutshell. Nice. But yeah, no, the Cayman Islands Football Association has an office there, a pretty good office. And the local league there. And a lot of the players there play for Cayman of Jamaican heritage, like Mark Ebanks and Ramon Sealy. Many of them, many players that represented the Cayman Islands have Jamaican heritage. Well, it's parents or grandparents, or a bit further than that. Oh, Ethan. No problem. People that Cayman looks like a vibe, though. I saw clips of Carnival there. Yeah, you can tell me. Is it like? To me, it's a British overseas territory, but when I see what happens there, it feels like it's a very Americanized society, if you understand what I mean. It doesn't feel like a British overseas territory. That's what I feel, but you can tell me. Ghosters can't wait to see Jamaica's next game. I'm looking forward to it as well. No update on these guys, but Morgan is keen on England. But we shall see. A lot can change. Jamaican footballers highlights as bless up, Simon. Bless up. Yeah, I understand your feeling, but retrospectively, we can say this and that, but we can't go back in time. We can go forward though. And that's exactly how I feel you do. 5% of Cayman's population is from Jamaica. Wouldn't be surprised if it's a little bit more than that, to be quite frank with you. Maybe 30%, and then you have the Cuban population, so the Caymanians there that have the last name Sanchez, Rodriguez, Molina, Gonzalez. Those are individuals from Cuba. Yeah, it's his mom's side. And he also played cricket for the Cayman Islands as well. Pearson Best. Yeah, it's Barbados. But yeah. Yeah, Cayman is quite a team. I'm not sure Jamaican football has highlights. I'm not sure, but he's at a club. He's playing games. He's getting minutes. And we cannot afford to discard him. We cannot afford to discard him. Think about what he's contributed to Jamaica the last 11 years. Think about the experiences he's garnered playing 17, 18 years as a professional. These are the gems that we're supposed to suck now for experience in terms of their knowledge and what they bring as well. Passionate, hardworking individuals that care. And that is what should happen. That's how I feel about the situation. That's how I feel. So Reggae Boys fans, stay positive, be optimistic, smile. Okay? Yes, of course. Honduran as well. I'm grateful to hear from you guys. I love Cayman Peaceful 5 minutes to everywhere. Great food, great football fields, lovely people. Okay. Well, the boys play friendly before the Gold Cup. Plans are being put in place to ensure that this happens. So we'll be in touch, okay? And we'll keep you guys updated on things. All right, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you all have a pleasant rest of the evening. Continue to stay positive. Continue to be strong and pray for me. All right, guys. Thanks very much for tuning in. I gratefully appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the like button. And also subscribe to Reggae Boys Commentary for more content. All right, guys. Be safe. And more very soon.
This video is brought to you by Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471. This video is brought to you by Starboys Juices. Infusing fruits with sea moss in Philadelphia and New Jersey. Refreshing and nutritious. Call Starboys at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454.